Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you had a great weekend. And welcome to this new video on Jasmy. Wanted to do an update here on the situation. We actually did have some sort of development since the last time we covered this, so I wanted to do a bit of an update on that, and just in general keep you updated on what's most likely to happen from here on out. So that's what we'll do. So let's get right into it. Hopefully I'll be able to inform you as well as possible. I think the last time we covered Jasmy was 3 days ago, so that was the October the 31st, so that was Thursday last week. What we said back then, kind of to do a recap, all right, so that you know how I've gotten to the analysis I have right now on Jasmy, because I do think that we've been right mostly on Jasmy, not always, of course. Nobody is right 100% of the time, including me. I'm wrong quite often. But what we said on Thursday is that we did have some sort of that the main structure we had was something like this, right? So there was a clear downtrend, at least on the 4-hour time frame here. And then we also still had this strong support level at 1.8, around 1.8, 1.85. So there was still a possibility that we would be able to hold that and get some sort of a break out of this descending wedge or triangle, whatever you want to call it. But what we also said last Thursday, and you can look that up if you don't believe me, is that I was afraid that it was most likely we were going to drop down. And the main problem that Jasmy has right now, and also why we said that it's most likely we will actually get a bearish breakout and drop back down into this low right here between 1.7 and 1.6 cents, which is the main support level we're at right now. The main problem is that Jasmy right now is just, in terms of momentum, there's not much momentum. In terms of the 12-hour time frame, we've actually been slightly trending down since the 1st of October. We still, in September, we still had some remarkable strength. Not stronger than the market, but remarkable strength. But right now, like I said, after that drop, the second time when the market turned bullish, Jasmy did not follow. Jasmy, there was no strong momentum or narrative. Excuse me, I wanted to say narrative. Momentum we already talked about. There's also a lack of that. But there's no strong narrative behind Jasmy. Like what you saw sometimes earlier this year is that Jasmy turned very, very bullish when there was some sort of a narrative. Now, whether that was a real narrative or a narrative created by market makers and the funds behind a coin, which happens very, very often, by the way, doesn't matter. But there was some sort of a narrative that retail also bought into. And at the moment, like, there's no sort of Japan or Asian narrative which usually benefits Jasmy. So that combination of technical weakness in combination with fundamental weakness, on the short term, I do want to stress that, because I do think that time will come again. Right? I think Jasmy as a project has enough ties, has enough of a strong network to eventually get some sort of a narrative going again. And I believe they're still in the fourth quarter this year. I still think they have some amazing updates and developments planned out in their roadmap. If that picks up steam, we can spike up before you know it, right? I mean, Jasmy has been ridiculously, like Jasmy sometimes was very bearish, and then all of a sudden we turned very, very bullish in a short period of time. So that's very possible. It's just that at this point of time, that's not the case, all right? So at the moment, you can also see that we broke down below 1.7. I think in general, with the elections coming up, what we will just do is consolidate down here. In this level right here between 1.6 and 1.7. And then if we get a good result of the elections, we will be able to get back up in here, consolidate up here, I would say. But if we have a bad result, I mean, honestly, if you look at the 12-hour time frame, if we have a bad result from the election with Jasmy, we should really start thinking about dropping down all the way to 1.25 cents, which I know that's a very big drop. But that's certainly technically and fundamentally, that's a possibility in a certain scenario. But I'll keep you updated on that. For now, like I said, I expect stability down here, but hopefully you now know a little bit more about the current situation for Jasmy and what you need to be prepared for. If you do have any questions, anything, let me know down in the comments, or join the Telegram or the Discord group. I would prefer that, because I'm able to see that much more easily than the comments, since they are mostly overran with bots that I cannot stop. But that's it. So thank you for watching. Take care and bye.